Hey, Bohemia with Bohemian Stars and Ocean Art Readings. We're going to go ahead and do another reading, of course. This one is about are they or we humble? Okay, so you can pick a card for yourself, card for other people, cards, whatever you want to do. Because sometimes you're wondering, okay, is this person actually humble or are they just cocky? Like you hear so many people where they're like, I wish I knew they were this cocky and arrogant because I wouldn't have wasted my time. You know what I mean? So is this person actually a humble person? And I do want to say that humility is different than like our personality expression. So for example, just because someone is quiet doesn't mean they're humble. They could be the most arrogant person, but they just come off quiet. So people think, oh, they're so humble. And just because a person is loud and proud about themselves doesn't mean they're not humble, right? So you can have someone who expresses their victory in a loud way, looking at you, fire signs, Leo, Aries, Sag, and it doesn't mean they're not humble just because they express their confidence in a loud way, right? So those kind of things. I just want to say that up front because I think in our society it can be very programmed that, oh, if you're loud and you're confident about yourself, you're not a humble person, and if you're quiet and that kind of thing, you're automatically humble. But that's not always accurate. So we're not looking at personality style, expression style. We're looking at people's motives, and that's the real tea. All right, that's the juice. So go ahead and pick a pile. We have Sensuality. These are from the Wildflowers Oracle. My decks will be linked down below. We have Sensuality. We have Beloved Not Forgotten, Entrepreneur, Curiosity, Earth Care, and Boredom. I just pulled random cards from this deck for a little visual pick here. All right, so go ahead and choose your timestamp, and I will see you on it. All right, for those who chose Sensuality, is this person humble? I have a potluck mix of cards. I'll be shuffling these over here. Okay, is this person humble? Let's see, we have Mother, nurturance, patience, unconditional love, joy, and giving birth to life. Is this person humble? I'll grab the ones we have tarot. Yeah, I feel like this person's very humble. Yeah, for sure. Six of Swords. I adore the Six of Swords. I stand it. I love it so much. Six of Swords is a great, great card. It's all about, somebody who really ushers in people from toxic, unsafe vibrations into safety, just new mindsets, energy shifts, all that kind of stuff. Just a really good card and just beautiful. So this person's a big nurturer. They have a lot of care. They have a lot of compassion. They really like to help others. They will do. This will be the kind of person that doesn't matter how successful they are, they're going to be giving donations and charity. And with this Six of Swords being an Aquarius card, they're also going to back up their ideals and their morals. They will join into movements to stand up for rights. They're not just going to be like, oh, well, I give, charity on Christmas, and then they don't change, collective thoughts and laws and anything. They're going to use their name, they're going to use their legalities, they're going to use whatever they can to help make positive changes in the world, and really from a good motive too, not just external energy. So there's someone who's very nurturing. We see here taking care of children, anyone vulnerable. Here we have the same thing, taking care of even another adult in need and children. So they're very genuine, very, very, very genuine in this. They also allow a lot of independence. So they shy away from the negative attributes of smothering people, harming the innocent children or vulnerable, or any guilt tripping for people being independent. And then here says the same thing. We have an Aquarius card, Moon in Aquarius, and Aquarius loves by freeing people, allowing them to have their independence instead of codependency and toxicity and that kind of thing. So yeah, beautiful energy for this person. I think they're a very humble person, and I think they use the personal power very well. They're very intent on empowering others as well. All right, for those of you who chose Beloved Not Forgotten, is this person humble? Are they a humble person? Ooh. Four of Wands reversed. Uh-oh. Are they a humble person? Queen of Pentacles reversed. I would say no. This person needs all the attention, whether it destroys the family, the party, or whatever. We have a dragon reversed here. Some of them could be Year of the Dragon. And oh my gosh, people who are not decent, who are Year of the Dragon, oh, they're so difficult to deal with, y'all. This is an Aries card reverse with Year of the Dragon on it. So maybe they're fire signs, fire dragons. We have Queen of Pentacles reversed too, which is a card that is very ambitious and cruel and has a lot of like avarice and greed. And you know what, Queen of Pentacles reverse reminds me of like when you see like ridiculous capitalism, like parents beating each other up over a toy or something, you know, and people just letting people be hungry and starve or homeless for no reason. So there's like some weird impulses. This person could have some Capricorn Aries dynamics in their chart. Individuals who have those placements in their chart can really go into like success and ambition at all costs. Oh, the ends justify the means kind of thing, and nothing gets in the way of my goals, and just very like flight or fight kind of energy. So I think internally this person is not humble. I think that they have some real scarcity, identity, insecurity issues. Again, very fight or flight, and I think that they can play the game for a while, but you will quickly see that they're somebody who's very overly competitive. They don't really value other people's place in the world, and you know, other people's identities or security and things like that, because they feel very insecure themselves. And there's somebody who I don't think they would use their power well. If they have a good PR or as a learned trait, they might come off in a nicer guise. But for a lot of you, I think this person doesn't even seem like a nice person. Like they seem like, you know, pretty quickly you realize, oh, okay, like you're someone who has like, you know, you tout your privilege, you think you're better than other people, you know, just I think it's very clear for the most part, for this group, for this person. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing. For those of you who chose entrepreneur, is this person humble? Is this a humble person? Is this person humble? All right, we have a Seven of Cups reversed. Is, oh, forget it. Where did it go? There we go. Seven of Cups reversed with a Devil card. Is this person humble? Again, we have some rough Capricorn energy for this group. Came up in another pile. I feel like this person, I mean, the Devil card's not a card of humility at all in tarot. And this could be a person who they consider themselves a realist. They feel like everyone goes through harsh things. Why should I be humble? Yeah, I think it doesn't resonate. This is the kind of person that they might be an underdog at certain points in their life, but they're the kind of person that if they get power, they'd be very ruthless. If they have the chance to climb the social circle or something like that, you might be like, what the heck, you've suffered through so much abuse of power, like how could you misuse that? How could you? And then, you know, but there's like, well, it's a dog eat dog world, ruthlessness, this kind of thing. And of course, this is just the card, you know, to pick the pile, but this is what we're looking at here. We have, you know, they can get into greed, but it's almost like somebody who they've had such negative experiences in their environment. They feel so controlled and powerless in certain things that when they have a shot at you know, having success and power, they overdo it and they become maybe what harmed them. And you know, some of them might have some things that they've really been through that really affected and skewed who they are. Some kind of painful backstories for sure, but at the same time it's kind of like, how can you become those things, you know? But they're like, this is reality, this is what you got to do to survive in the world, kind of thing. So similar energy to group two, but I think this group, there's more some kind of pain or something that they've been through. I think there's an emotional psychological energy to this group, and almost like a, like if they had the chance, they would get theirs. They would get back at the world for what happened to them, kind of thing. So they wouldn't feel the need to be humble about certain things, but they could end up going after the wrong person or something of that nature. So, no, I don't think this person is humble with their motives. All right, for those of you who chose curiosity, is this person humble? Is this person humble? Is this person humble? We have the Six of Swords again. Yay! I love this card. We already had this in a pile. And we have a reverse card. So we have American Thorny Oyster reverse, unconsciously expecting plans to backfire and willfully, unwittingly sabotaging oneself. But this is reverse. So this is somebody who tries to heal sabotage. They can have some negative traits, but they're aware of them. They always try to heal them. We have Vervain. They're very powerful. They can really put their foot on enemies and negative energy and get it out of the way. They are somebody, though, although sometimes they've had no one to save them, they still try to save others. This can be someone while their ship is sinking, they're still trying to patch that up and throw somebody else a boat repair kit. They have really, really good energy. So I would say they're very humble. Some of you are like, I don't know, are you sure they're American? So, like, I'm just gonna be honest, like, I don't know, coming from where they're coming from. Are you sure? So maybe just the person's cultural identifiers, maybe that can confuse you. And that's why I did this reading. Like, are they somebody who's humble with their motives? Maybe I can't tell because their personality or their just like their culture is different than mine. So I can't tell what is, maybe are they cocky or arrogant or have negative motives, or is that just kind of like a personality style or a cultural thing where maybe their culture brags a little more than ours does, or but it's not from a bad place, you know. So for this person, I think they're a really good person. I think they've had to be the person who they could have even like be the kind of person to launch a charity or to start good deeds going around, start paying it forward. They wouldn't even wait until good things happen to them first. They would make a good way for themselves. And I feel like that's so beautiful and so in contrast to some of the other options we've had where it's like, well, because something negative happened to me, when I have the chance to have power, I'm gonna, hurt others too. This group is the opposite. They're like they eat away negative energy. They get rid of it. They transmute it, and they specifically go out to do good and to be a better person because negativity exists. They specifically try to be aware of any sabotaging habits. They specifically try to be very conscious and make sure that they can plan things that don't blow up a negative impact in the environment or their community or for themselves as an individual. So I love their energy. Okay, that's what I'm saying. All right, is this person a humble person? Go ahead and see for those who chose Earth Care. Is this person a humble person? We got two cards here. Five of Swords and Healing Heart. Well, this is a mixed bag here. So I feel like we've had some positive options that have had Six of Swords, which I love. But here we have a Five of Swords, which isn't a humble card. It's not a humble card at all. But let's talk about it because we do have Healing Heart too. So this could be somebody who their natural energy, they could be a healing person, but their current learned programming or maybe their belief system is pulling them, or their social circle is pulling them to not be such a humble person. So maybe they're told they need to act a different way. So this could be like, let's say if there's a really, innocent, sweet kid, but then they're told by their like stage parents or something like, oh no, you have to be ruthless in order to make it in this talent show, so they start embodying that energy. Or maybe they were taught by their religion or something to have certain beliefs of superiority, right? We're the chosen ones and not them. And so therefore they're not humble. They think that they're a better soul. They think they're literally God's gift to the earth or something like that. So it's like in some ways this person naturally they would be a very humble person, a very caring heart. They have spiritual gifts to them. They're a good healer. They would really care about the earth. Just beautiful energy. But for some reason there's some ideologies or some political things or some kind of beliefs that they're caught up in. And they're in a state right now where they don't want to learn. They don't want to hear what other people oh my God, what other people are saying to them or about them. They just don't want to learn. Okay. They just want to be in their ways right now. And so that gives them some kind of defeat, and it makes them have some arrogancy to them. They're not being humble, they're not being teachable right now. And that does block them from a really good heart and energy. So I would say just, be careful and cautious around this person, because that can lead you to have, a painful experience. It's really hard when, this is a very honest answer, right? Because humans, we're very contradictory sometimes. And I feel like this is a very honest answer, because a lot of people aren't necessarily just, this way or that way. They're kind of a mix of energies. And we can be very drawn to people we feel that goodness in their soul, but we also see that their current behaviors can be very toxic. And this person is like that right now, okay? So that's what I'm seeing. All right, we got through these quickly. For those who chose, for those of you who chose boredom, is this person humble? All right. Is this person humble? Let's go ahead and see what we got here. Oh, Queen of Swords. Oh, sorry, Daughter of Swords, which is the Page of Swords, reversed, and a Five of Spades. We just had a Five of Swords energy come up in these readings as well. Okay, no, this is not humble. The Page of Swords is not humble. In reverse, the Page of Swords don't give a beep and add a whole bunch of other beeps. This is beep, 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 beep. No. Yeah, some of you guys could have picked this out because you were bored, okay? Wow. And this card too I was just seeing flashes of orbs, and then we have this here. Oh my gosh, I feel like this group, they don't care if they see spirits and what's going on or this or that. They're still, this person will talk mess. They will be arrogant. They probably will tell you, like, you could have just, like, listened to them. All right, this is the kind of person, the only time you might think they're humble is when their mouth is shut, when it has super glue, okay? Otherwise, if you know this person at all, you forget this person is not humble. This will be the person, you know how they say never meet your heroes? This is that person. Because as soon as you meet them behind the scenes and they actually talk, besides what the script says or what their PR says, you're like, wow, this person arrogant as a mug. They got some weird beliefs. Um, yeah, they just think they're right. They don't really care what anyone else has to say. This person is not a listener at all. This is more like them, rolling their eyes, not trying to listen to anybody, don't care what you're saying, probably don't care what you think about whether they're humble or not. Ruthless, petty boots. Like, this person does not have a relationship with humble. They might just be quiet sometimes. That's it. All right. So that's what I'm seeing, y'all. Let me know how you like this reading. I like to do little off kilter and nuanced kind of questions that we have, but maybe we don't know how to articulate into a reading or a spread, but can be helpful. So like, share, subscribe, and comment, and I'll talk to you again on another one. Bye.